Hey, and welcome to Bible study this week here at JSAW. We are going through the book of James for Bible study, and this week we are on James chapter 2, verses 14 through 26. Now, growing up, I considered myself a Christian. We went to church, I believed in God, but then I stumbled on this passage in James chapter 2, verses 14 through 26, and it radically changed my life. So, verse 14, it says, "What good is it, my brothers and sisters, if someone claims to have faith but has no deeds? Can such a faith save them?" I thought it was a great question. I believed in God, but I wasn't really doing anything about my faith. So, can your faith in Jesus save you if your faith doesn't produce any results or any change? Is that a real faith that you have in your life, right? Do you really believe if you're not willing to do anything about it? So in verse 17, it goes on and it says, "In the same way, faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, is dead." So basically, if your belief in God is not active, if it's not doing anything, then it's worthless. If it doesn't cause you to act differently, then it's worthless. Verse 18 goes on and it says, "Someone will say to you, 'You have faith, I have deeds. Show me your faith without deeds, and I will show you my faith by my deeds. You believe that there is one God. Good. Even the demons believe that and shudder or tremble." So faith is like trust, right? It's an active thing. It's not a passive thing. Intellectual assent, like thinking something and going, "Yeah, that's true," that's passive. You don't have to do anything about that. Because you know something is true, but it doesn't have any impact on your life whatsoever. But faith and trust is different. It's an active thing. It means that you do something about it. So the demons believe that God exists. They know that God exists, and it terrifies them. But they don't trust in God. They haven't placed their trust and their faith in God. James goes on and he gives a couple of different examples in verses 20 through 26, both from Abraham and Rahab, about how they put their faith into action. I want to encourage you to go and read that on your own time, but basically what James is saying in this whole passage is that to believe in your head is a good thing. That's a good start. But faith that saves you is a personal trust that causes you to act differently. It causes you to act in accordance with God's will. It causes you to want to obey God and do what God wants you to do. So if you believe, as an example, right, if you believe that you can be a great skateboarder, you're going to do something about it. You're going to get out there, you're going to buy a board, you're going to get great skate equipment, you'll probably get a membership here at the park, and then you're going to go skateboarding every day. You're going to be practicing, you're going to be competing, because you believe that you're going to be great. You're actually going to do something about it. Otherwise, you're probably just going to be one of the guys that just sits on the bench, gets stoned, and we're going to call you a poser, because that's what you're doing. You're being a poser. You believe that you're a skateboarder in your mind, but you're not really doing anything about that. You're not actually riding your skateboard and progressing and learning new tricks and expressing yourself through skateboarding. So I don't want you to be a poser Christian, and James doesn't want you to be a poser Christian. And so what he's saying is your faith, if it doesn't have actions that go along with it, then it's probably not real faith. It's worthless. You're a poser. So this is the challenge. Do something about your faith. Jesus says to love others. He says be kind to one another. And so if Jesus really changed your life, you would do that. You would love other people. You would be kind with your words and your actions towards other people. And if Jesus really changed your life, you would probably want to go and share that with other people. so that their life could be changed too. So the challenge this week is do something about your faith. Do something. Otherwise, your faith is dead. James says that your faith is dead and it's worthless. He says, show me your faith by your actions, by the way that you live. If you truly believe in Jesus, if you truly have a trust and a faith in Jesus, then you will do something about it. I'll see you next week.